So I get a phone call from the investigators. It's myself and my sister. I'm on the freeway, and the phone call pretty much goes like this. Hi, Tynisha. Hi, are you alone? No, I'm actually with my sister. Oh, great. We have some news. Okay. We just want to let you know that we have arrested your cousin Joaquin. And I literally started pretty much almost crying. So I had to get off the freeway and I pull over. And they say, we arrested him for the murder of your mom. And we also arrested your stepdad for the murder of your mom. And my sister and I just, we're thanking them and we're crying. And my sister goes, well, you arrested them. So who did the other DNA belong to? Because we're thinking that my stepdad just hired someone to do this. He hired my step cousin and someone else to do it. And they say, third person. We're like, yeah, the other DNA. And they say, that was your father's DNA, your stepdad's DNA. And my sister just says, he was there. He did this. Because we couldn't believe it. We could not believe it. And, once again, we thanked them. And throughout the day, I just remember talking to my family members and, letting them all know what was happening, what was going on. And everything goes on radio silence for about a year. In that year, of course, my family were going through ups and downs in regards to who can we trust, who do we believe, what do we believe, because we've been, lied to in regards to my stepdad being in our face, playing dad. We've been lied to. So, of course, it makes us look like, well, who can we trust? So a year goes by, radio silence from the DA's office. And one day I'm in my car. I am taking a nap before I start work. So I'm laying in my car taking a nap, and I'm wearing my smartwatch. And my watch is just it's just buzzing. And I'm like, what is going on? Because it's just going crazy. And so I look at my watch, and what I read is TT has been picked up by Riverside Sheriffs. TT is my stepbrother. And I'm like, what? So I see my other stepbrother say, I bet this has to do with the watch. So there was a watch that was found next to my mom's body when she was dumped. This watch came into play in the first 3 trials of HR. He said it was his, then he said it wasn't. He said he lost it. This is one of the reasons why people in my family and also the DA's office started to look at him like he was guilty, because his stories weren't matching. They weren't adding up. So he looked guilty in their eyes. But nonetheless, there was this watch that was found next to my mom's body. And so my stepbrother is like, I bet you it has to do with this watch. They arrested him, for nothing, and then he's mad at my stepdad. It's all his fault, some way, somehow. I know that he got him involved. So I call the investigators, like, hi, what's going on? I hear you guys arrested my stepbrother. And he tells me, we arrested your stepbrother in connection with the murder of your mom. He's also been charged with first-degree murder. My world really turned upside down at that point, because this is my brother. I'm thinking, like, this is my brother. He's not my blood brother. He's my stepbrother, but this is my brother. These people have been in my life since I was the age 4 or 5 years old. This is my brother. You couldn't tell me before that day that this man was not my brother. There was no way. I looked at him like he was my blood brother. And I said, are you sure? They said, yeah, we're pretty much sure. I said, is this another DNA thing? And they said, his watch. It was his watch. His DNA was found on that watch. And once again, there was no reason for my brother's watch to be there. There's no reason for he didn't know my mom's route to work. He did not know what time she left for work. None of this stuff. So it didn't make sense. So now it's like my stepdad pulled in not only my step-cousin, but my stepbrother. And at the time, my stepbrother he just turned 19. My step-cousin was the same age as my mother, 32. My mother was murdered when she was 32 years old. So upon his arrest, this divides my family even more, because now it's my stepbrother involved too. It became a huge fracture in the family, and especially for my sister and I, we just put walls up. We put walls up with everyone. We still have walls up. Then it's, well, who else knew? Because my stepdad's family is huge. When I say huge, I mean huge. He had 17 brothers and sisters, hundreds of siblings. Nieces and nephews, because it's just a huge family. So now it's, who do we trust? Who can we trust? Who knew about this? And as time went on, more things started to make sense to me. My stepdad's sister and I, at one point, before anybody was arrested, before anything was back open again, as far as this case, she made a comment. And the comment was, she just don't know she can end up like her mom. And when I heard the comment, I was confused, because, like I said, this is a family that's been around me since I've been 4 or 5 years old. So I looked at her like an aunt, and I'm like, what does that mean? And then my stepdad stepped in and told her, you don't say anything like that. He pretty much cussed her out. So I looked at him like, he's sticking up for me, his daughter. But little things. So it's like, when I think back on that, it's like, oh, you knew. You knew what happened. You knew. Time goes on, and my stepbrother is locked up for maybe about a month or two. And then I get a phone call. He made a deal.